Hi there. Welcome. It's Lori McDonald here from Artfest Ontario Live. And welcome back today if you were here yesterday. And if you're new coming on board, welcome today. This is day 2. And yesterday was pretty exciting for me, and we felt I did okay, but you know, there's improvements for sure that need to happen. And thanks for hanging in there and watching me evolve as a host. So I'm Lori McDonald, by the way, and from Artfest Ontario. I'm just going to hook us up with the Facebook Live. So just give me a second here. Okay. Just gonna cook a couple things here. I know it's a beautiful day today out there, and thanks for joining us on such a sunny day. Maybe some of you are out and about today a little bit and enjoying the sunshine, but just also to let you know that just get my title in here. Go live. Okay, I think we're all set there. Marianne, you can just chime in with me and let me know if on a chat if once you see that up on Facebook. So yeah, so here we are, beautiful long weekend in Toronto. Well, that we normally would be at the Distillery District opening up our event today, and all the artists would be set up, the place would be full of people, and strolling around in the beautiful Distillery District on the cobblestone lanes and enjoying the sunshine. But we're not there this year. We are live online, and I'm here to as your host, and I wanted to just share with you that, you know, the artists and myself are all finding new ways to be, you know, with our shows and our events. You know, our events are postponed or canceled. The artists can't sell in person right now. So that's pretty catastrophic for most of them. And so we're trying to bridge a gap there and get information out so people can shop with the artists online. So yesterday I went over some details about that, and I want to be a little bit more clear today about how to go about shopping online and some ideas there. And we'll share some more stories as well about Artfest and all about the artists and things. I got a children's activity coming up a little bit later on as well, and some videos, and we'll take you on a bit of tour of some more touring of the Artfest. The website where you can actually go shopping. So our website is artfestontario.com. If you wanted to go there and have another tab open on your computer, that would be great, because then you can follow along a little bit. I will be sharing the screen as well, but if you get impatient and want to go there and shop, that's fine too. So it's artfestontario.com. And a couple of other things too. We have a Q&A option for today's Zoom video. People on Facebook can't use the Q&A, but they can go into the chat on Facebook and ask questions. My team's here, Marianne's here helping out with all the social media again. Al's here helping out with Q&A on Zoom and other technical stuff. So thanks guys for being here again today. I know many of you could be doing other things today. It's a gorgeous day, and I know your time is precious. So you can't even believe how glad I am that you're here with us today and chose us. That's very exciting for us. Yesterday we had over 1,000 people watch our video, so that's pretty neat. I can't even quite imagine. So I'm sitting in my studio here in Ottawa, and you can't see my background, but I've got a nice screen up behind me. It's a virtual screen. I don't know if you guys know what those are, but I can actually put a picture up behind me so that you don't have to see my messy studio and office, which is kind of great. But I'm just going to show you today a couple of things. I want to start off with, here we go here. This video, I'm going to actually just get my screen sharing here going. Hang on. Just give me a sec. I'm still not that technical here. Share. Go full screen. This video was taken at the distillery last year. And you can see this is where we'd be right now. There's Dirk Hawberry's booth right there, people sampling all his amazing yummy sauces and foods. This is in the morning. We're just getting opened up here, and people are just starting to flow. And there's Steve's fantastic new coat he just bought from Paul Brody Designs, just down there. So that was a big deal for him. And just gives you a bit of a feel. I'm not going to go on for this too long, but it gives you a bit of a feel of what the scene is like there. There's Pepper Brew. Yeah, hi guys. And there's Kim with her beautiful lanterns, Aurora's scale sculptures. And I'm sure a lot of you know about Reiner's. I'll be talking about them too. They make these amazing footstools, well, ottomans really. You think they're for kids, but they're not. They're rock solid, just like, you know, you can sit on them as an adult as well. There's Balzac's Cafe. We all love Balzac's Cafe. A lot of the artists have made multiple coffees there every year. So there's the end of that. I'm just going to stop the share there. And yeah, so that's the end. That's the just a second here. Just gonna. There we go. So that's where we would have been today normally, and no, we're not over here. So let's take a little bit of a tour. I just wanted to go over to the website here, and I'm just going to play a little clip here. See if you can hear this. It's a sound clip. So this is music by Melody Fair, and Melody Fair plays at our event every year. And you can see them here. This is David and Hazel Whipper. And these guys have been friends of mine for years. They live up near where I do, near Creemore, and they have an amazing recording studio at their place. And they've always been so helpful. I mean, they gave me this clip today to share with you. You can actually buy all their music on CD Baby, Melody Fair. And David Whipper was the guy who, oh my God, musician. You know that song by Alana Miles, Blue Velvet, that beautiful guitar riff? Well, that's David Whipper. He crafted that audio for that tune that made it just be the best song ever. So these guys have been around for quite a while, and they're very, very, very talented. So I just wanted to say thank you. And you know, they've had all of their gigs canceled too. So, you know, go to CD Baby. They've got a whole bunch of stuff. They also do a whole range of cover tunes. They have their own original music. They have meditation stuff, music for yoga. They have all kinds of stuff. You might want to check it out. So CD Baby, Melody Fair, and you can both see that there. So I don't know if did I share the screen there? I don't know if I did or not. I'm just gonna share this back over here. So here we go. I don't know if I showed that picture or not, but that's David and Hazel right there on the website. Great people. So so we wanted to jump right into one of our other artists. You'll notice on our website, actually at the top, if you go to the Artfest Ontario website, we have added a feature called Shop Artists right here. And these artists have actually jumped on board in a big way. Artfest Ontario is just developing this new platform on our website for artists to actually have their own store. So this is just the beginning of it, and we're pretty excited about it. A lot of artists have their own websites. That's great, but we're going to turn the Artfest Ontario website into a marketing machine here. So I'm going to just show you here. Celina Melo, beautiful painter. So you can just see her work here. She is here. She's native from Toronto area. I think she maybe lives in Oakville, Mississauga. Just celebrating the life-giving entity of water. And most of her paintings are from the Georgian Bay area. Just give you a bit of an overview here. And I've got a little video here I'll just put up here. She's got a virtual gallery set up. And if you can see that okay. But she does a technique, it's actually a pouring paint technique. And it is not, you just think, oh, you just pour things on a canvas and magic happens. No, it doesn't really happen that way. it's a very complex process with many layers and manipulating it to make it look like a landscape. That's not an easy thing to do. I know when I pour paint on a canvas, it doesn't look like this, that's for sure. So, you know, you can do a lot of things with it. I'm not sure exactly how she does her whole technique, but there's a lot of depth to it. When you actually see these in person, they're quite reflective, so they really do look like water. They look just like Georgian Bay. They're absolutely stunning. And they just draw you right in. And as we know, this one with the ice and the sky, you can see, and even the way she does her, the rocks and the stone and the landscape, just beautiful, beautiful work. And they're on a nice firm substrate, which means the actual canvas itself. And so very sturdy and lots of wonderful reflections there, as you can see with the light there. And I don't know how she gets the water to do that. That's just absolutely amazing. Look at the bubbles, so pretty. These are, and I know Celina, you can buy her pieces on our website. I'm just going to stop the share here for a second here. Give you another quick look here. Georgian skies. I bet we all wish we were out there today, right? Instead of in our studios, but we're not on the water today. Although I think some people are launching their boats next week, but we're going to have to wait for a bit to get out in the water. Too cold to go swimming anyway, I know. So I'm just going to stop this share now. And end this video here. Hang on for a sec. I just want to get my system back over here. And then I'm just going to go and show you a little bit about how the store works, because you can shop right on the line. Now, I was curious, how many people, I'm just going to launch a little questionnaire here. There's a poll. Just hang on for a sec. You'll see this come up in the Zoom. You won't be able to vote on this question on Facebook Live, but you can chime in on chat. Can't hear the clip. Okay, not sure what that means. Sorry guys, just getting some. Turn the volume up. Haha, she's not watching. Too soft. Okay, we get all these things figured out. Okay, so I'm gonna. I'll play that music a bit later then, so you can hear a bit of it in the background. I'm gonna launch a poll, and I'm gonna ask a question. How many of you have ever shopped for art and crafts online? This is something that I'm curious about. I know we usually go to events and shop, but you know, have you been out there trying it out? Have you bought something lately? Have you ever tried it? Are you afraid? Does this seem weird? I just want to know how many of you tried it out. So I'm just going to launch this poll here. And we'll run it for a little bit and see what you have to say. You can chime in with the poll, and I'll tell you the results. And on Facebook, you can actually answer the questions. So we're just getting some answers in here. Thank you. I'll just leave that for a few more minutes. So how many of you have ever bought arts and crafts online? And is that something that, you know, I'd like to hear your opinion about, because are there barriers there? Is there something that would stop you from doing that? Is it different than buying other things online? I guess it is for me too. I would, but you know, arts and crafts, you want to touch things and feel things. But I think as you get used to doing it, I think that changes as you try it out, and you get what you do. We can imagine how wood feels. We can imagine how pottery feels. We can imagine textiles and clothing. So I don't think it should be a huge barrier going forward. So music on before, no one, yes. Anyways, I don't know what Marianne's saying there. Sorry. Turn up the volume. Okay. I guess that was an old note. So I'm going to just do back onto a share here. Turn that off and pull. Thank you. So 50-50. So that's interesting. So some of you are, about half of you are comfortable with doing that, doing a poll. So looks like we have some work to do on the people that aren't comfortable. So chime in with Marianne on Facebook or send me a message. We got a Q&A going too. Al can answer any questions, and if they don't get answered right away, we will get to them. Not to worry. And so we need to work through. I like some ideas. What would make you change your mind? Here is our. I'm just going to share the screen again here. Hang on for a second, and go back over to Celina's store. So when you're on the Artfest website, at the top here, we got shop artists. We have our artists here. So here's Celina again. And down here, this is where you can actually go and explore each piece. We have a good description of each piece on here. But if you click on that, it'll take you right to the page, the details. You can purchase it here. You can look at it bigger there on your screen. You can close that down with a little X at the top if you want to get it back out of it. If you go to purchase it, it takes you to the store where you put in your email, and it takes you through the steps. So you email, shipping, payment, and then you can do that. Now, and then you can arrange with Celina how to get it there at the bottom of her page. I'm just going to go back into her main page here. Click the back button. Down at the bottom of each one of the stores, you can watch her gallery again if you want, and see it. It has her story here. Talks about her process, what she does, where she's from, and her shipping and return policy. So it's best to contact her directly and arrange how to get it to her. Yeah, so that's basically how it works. There's other ways to get to our shop, as well on our website. I'm just going to go over to the Toronto tab. If you go to the May, for example, this is our May show here. Here you see all the artists, and each have a icon here. This top section goes right to the stores that I just showed you, right there. And down here, we have all the artists here. And what we've done is, I'm just going to stop the share for a second here. I really like stories and giving more detail about each artist. Maybe I make things too complicated, I don't know, but I like having the richness of the story. If I'm going to buy something, I want to know things. I want to know about the artist. I want to know, maybe where they're from, what they're up to, what their studios are like. So we have written hundreds of blog posts, and Marianne has actually written all those, and they're amazing. They're on our website in their blogs, but if you click any one of these pictures here, it'll take you right to their story. So I'm just gonna, I'm going to go back. Hang on, share screen again so you don't have to look at me. So I'm just gonna go back to where the artists were here. Go back a tab. So May Exhibitors. You can scroll down on any of the artists here. These are all the artists that are in our show, in our May show. There's 90 of them altogether this year. And these are all the artists that would have been at our event. So you can click on any one of these tabs. Takes you right to the blog post where you can read about the artist, the story, and see more pictures and more product things. And then you can click on, there's always a link there that takes you right to their website. So here's Brittany's website, Aiyana Jewellery, and then you can actually buy it from right here. Now this young woman, Brittany, she's an amazing, amazing artist. So you can actually shop her collections. And she always has these great stories about things, beautiful beads. And her work is very, very rich in meaning and story. There's basically, they're healing bracelets. I'm just going to stop the share. I'll tell you a little bit more about her. So Brittany has quite a story, because when she's a young woman, but she had gotten an autoimmune disorder, and her whole life fell apart just completely. And she had to stop working. She was a real mess. And she managed over time, doctors didn't know what to do, and managed over time to find the answers for her with meeting the right people and talking to and finding help, and completely healed herself, completely changed her whole life, and learned about the power of healing stones. And so her whole business then is shifted and is all about empowering people with healing, and also with spirit and good energy and great stories. So I really encourage you to check out her website. very personable. And she's one of those artists. I mean, I have my favorites, I guess, too, right, with personalities. I love all the artists, but there's always people that are special. And she's one of those artists. She's always calling me up all the time on the phone. Hey, Lori, just checking in with me. What, when was going on? I just want to check in and see, where's the application status? What are we going to be know about things? Where's my booth going to be? And she's always very engaged, and she's memorable. So sometimes, if I, for example, when she first applied to the shows, I couldn't accommodate her in the shows. I just didn't have a space for her, enough room in the jewelry category. And that's what happens, sometimes, sadly. Doesn't mean that the artist hasn't got great work or anything. Just sometimes you just can't have everybody in the show. I just can't put them there. And she would say, well, I'm on the waiting list. If something happens, someone cancels, can I come in? I said, okay, put you on the waiting list. Sure enough, it happens, see, people's lives change, things happen. Sure enough, and I have a bunch of people on the waiting list possibly, but if someone's calling you all the time being friendly and the top of your list in your mind, oh yeah, Brittany, okay. So I encourage people that, don't be afraid to talk to show organizers and keep in touch, because if you're out there and you're an artist trying to get started, don't be afraid to give us a call. Like we're always, most of us are pretty super friendly and love talking to you. So don't be afraid to call us. I mean, don't drive us crazy, right? but that's the thing, And so anyways, Brittany, and I'd just like to say one more shout out about Brittany too, because her partner Marcelo is the guy who helped me with the technical stuff for the show, for our online show. They're not here. He's not here today, so I'm on my own solo. So I hope nothing goes wrong, because we'll be in trouble if they do. But we're on our own here. So okay, so I'm just going to. I wanted to talk a little bit about a couple more artists here. So I'm just going to go back over to my screen share and open this up and share screen. Okay. So there's Aiyana. So I wanted to go to Henry's webpage here. You can see that, okay? Henry Wiersma and Diane, amazing work. I mean, I can't even say how beautiful this table is, because I've seen it in person. Last year, when we set up the show at the Distillery District, they were on like Gristmill Lane. I'm not sure if you know the lane. I can show you a little mini map later on, but they're on a platform, and all around the whole area is condos going like way up, like all around. And so, but from the condos, you can see really clearly down into the show. And that table was a showstopper. Like people were looking at it from their balconies, and people all weekend were just absolutely loving it. So, Henry actually welds this base is actually made of stainless steel, and he welds all these pieces together, actually pieces of pipe welded together and bent and shaped by heat. And then he has to grind down all of the joints to be absolutely smooth, so it looks like it actually is one piece. There's hours and hours of work making a piece like that. And then there's a whole series of polishing and making it look like that. It doesn't look like that when he finishes grinding all down, trust me. He has to polish and sand it for hours and hours and hours. And the top is actually made out of a beautiful piece of walnut slab. And you can see different views of it here at the top. Just a real showpiece here. So here's Henry's store here. It's not an inexpensive piece of art, but boy, it's a conversation piece. It's one of a kind. It's called Windswept, and just absolutely stunning and solid. Like it's that foot plate there is a solid piece of metal. And then they also make smaller pieces too that for your home, and these are great get things for like wedding gifts, something you could use for something very special occasion, or if someone's retiring, you want to give something beautiful. You put together your team and buy a memorable gift for something like that. lots and lots of things. This one here is, this piece here, it comes in a whole bunch of different sizes. So you can order different sizes of this type of thing. And then there's this aluminum, this is an aluminum cut panel. Just give you a little close-up look at this one. Beautiful. Now you can tell these people live, you know, not in a city. They live up in the water too. So just absolutely stunning. So so that's Henry and Diane, and I'm hoping to you know, that you're going to go on our website here. Don't forget, it's artfestontario.com. And I'm back again. Thanks. Artfestontario.com, and you can shop for Henry and Henry's art and metal. Just beautiful, beautiful things. Thanks for sending that in, Henry. It's beautiful. So also, you know, I hope you can. There's a few things to mention. Like, please like us on Facebook. Please, you know, follow us on YouTube channel. We have an Artfest Ontario YouTube channel. We just got that started, so we need followers to be able to get, you know, new permissions to do better things and share. I uploaded much more videos this morning there. I wanted to show people a little bit about, just get the feel of the distillery district. I'm not sure how many people are actually, you know, have you been there, but it's quite a spot. Beautiful cobblestone, beautiful shops, award-winning restaurants, cafes. Really a cool place. And then all the inside of the buildings are all what's the word I'm looking for? They retained all the industrial fixtures and look and feel of all the buildings, even in the stores. So the stores have got a bit of a challenge maybe sometimes designing the interior, because they're having to work around pipes and whatever, things sticking out, but it just adds to the whole charm of the place. I can't say enough about the distillery district. I hope you can, once this whole thing lifts, we can get back down there and visit all the shops and spend a day down there. So, and then I'm just going to take you on to the next, share the screen again. Here we go. And I wanted to talk about Halina Shearman Designs. So Halina Shearman is an amazing designer, has a fantastic eye for fabrics. It's also, believe it or not, she actually lives in Collingwood, so I know her quite well. She's and she's another one of those artists that, you know, whatever Artfest does, she participates in a big way. You know, she's the first person to sign up for everything we do. She's the first person to love everything on Facebook. She shares everything. She's just a great artist to have in our circle of people, because she's participates in a really big way. So she makes these amazing things. So these are the kinds of things that, and I'm sure ladies, you can appreciate this. You just put on a black pair of tights and a little tank top, and you throw on one of her shawls, and you're set to go. You're set to go for a date. You're set to go out on the town. You're set to just go shopping, and you're going to look fabulous. And there's so many beautiful fabrics that she has. She has linen, she has cotton, she has sheer things for summer. Just really pretty. Every color you can imagine. And she has really decorative pieces too. So if you need something that's really like fancy for like a, you know, for a wedding, or a shawl for a gift, or anything like that, she has a huge selection. This is what she has on our store right now. So you can have a look and shop here. Really affordable, $59. And I'm telling you, I'll just show you, you get so much wear out of these beautiful clothes. I'm just going to stop the share again, because I'm actually wearing one of them today. I'll just give you a little twirl. It's gorgeous. I just got a little tank top on, and it's easy, pretty. So I encourage you to shop Halina. And she does all of our shows, and she does well. Women come, you can't buy one, trust me. You just can't. You get to try them on. They all look so gorgeous. I love putting her, you know, at the distillery district, I always put her in this one spot, usually in the Trinity Square area, over by the Thomas Landry Gallery. And in that spot, the sun just beams on her booth, and just the colors just are so rich and gorgeous. It just shows off her work so well. And there's always a bit of a breeze in the distillery, sometimes more than we want. As the artist can attest to, it can be quite windy down there sometimes. But so her, with her shawls all hanging and just sort of blowing in the wind and the sunshine and the colors, it's just like eye candy. You just have to, you just have to go there and, see what she's up to. And it's easy, just grab it off the rack, try it on, takes 2 seconds. You don't have to go, into her little closet and have to take off your clothes. You just have to just throw it on anything and you can see what it looks like. Yeah, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. I thought you might be interested in hearing about some of the things that, that I do as a show producer. And one of my favorite things, I think, and also one of the most stressful things, where I just scratch my nose here, is doing the design layout for the event. So when you go to a show and you walk into a show, your eyes are wide open and you're just like taking it all in, like, wow, this is gorgeous. And you're just, you're just overwhelmed with everything. Now, when I'm doing my designing of a layout, I spend hours and hours and hours working on it, because I imagine myself being in the show as a visitor and walking through the event. So what kind of things am I looking for as a show producer? I want to highlight the first booth when you walk in. Has to be like, wow, what is this? Like, where am I? What? So, and then, we walk along all the corner booths, have to have a fantastic display. I want artists I want to place artists there that corner is going to really show off their artwork and their display really well. I want to make sure that artists that, that love the sunshine and need sun on their products are in a sunny area. I need to keep in mind that artists like, here's an example, Mindy Merkel from Cullworks, who has beautiful handmade lantern candles. And I can take you and show you her booth in a second here. I'll just show you what she has. She can't be in the sun at all. And if she's the sun moves across shows in the sky. Certain times of day, it's hotter than others. So she says, you know what? I have to be facing north. I cannot be facing south or west. So I have to keep that in mind when I'm placing her. Other people have, I can't be, they send me information, they don't want, they can't be around like food. So if you've got a gorgeous $300 clothing, I can't put them beside a food exhibitor, a gourmet food person, because if someone's sampling at a gourmet food booth beside them and they get something on their hands, whatever, we don't want them going over and touching the beautiful clothing next door. So these are other things that have to be very careful about. And I also keep in mind about the variety. I want to have lots of variety. I don't put, all the food people together, all our gourmet food artists together. I don't put all the wood exhibitors together. I sprinkle them through the show so that when you're on the show walking around, you're really going to get a huge variety of things. And if someone has big products, like large, big paintings, I place them somewhere where they've got space, where you can see their work from a distance. You don't want to put them in a narrow laneway where you're walking up and you can't really appreciate the art. So all those things are in mind. I know some of the artists I know, they ask, I want to be in booth B23 or whatever. And, I can't always accommodate that. I do my best to accommodate, where artists would like to be at the show, but that's not possible because it's just way more complicated and much more involved than most people realize. And it takes me forever, like I mentioned. Like, I know I don't get the layout finished usually till just a few days before the event, even though everybody's chomping at the bit, find out where they're going to be placed. But I'm changing things at the last minute, just making things that better. And I lie awake at night worrying about it and fretting about it, thinking about it. And it's crazy. I don't know why I'm like that, but that's one of the things that I do. So I'm just going to take you back over to our store. And we're going to look at Stone and Hide. Now, Stone and Hide, they do a bunch of different things. Ivan Trotter and his partner Roz, amazing artists and a couple. I love having them in the shows. They do paintings They do, these are new. These little paintings here, they're actually on leather, on canvas, and they have leather and stone and textures. Ivan's been inspired by his indigenous arts and cave paintings and drawings. And he's always trying something new. When for years, Ivan's been doing travel paintings. I'm sure many of you know Ivan. You've seen him around at shows for many, many years. He's a veteran. Sorry, Ivan, I'm not making you sound old or anything, but he knows the business really well. And you know what? He's been doing the paintings for years, and he thought, you know what? I want to try something new. So he started exploring things for jewelry, and he's got a real niche here because there's not many places that when you go to shows you can buy jewelry for men, and Ivan's nailed it here. Practical, strong, well made, easy to get on and off. They dangle, and guys don't like things dangling when they're usually working. A lot of the guys are working with their hands a lot. They don't want things dangling on their wrists. And so he's done a great job. And his new bracelets that he started a couple of years ago just took off like a rocket, and people love them. And now they can actually, you can buy them for, the gals buy them too. So there's lots of options there for Ivan Trotter. And again, these are exhibitors that I've known for many, many years. And I just wanted to say a little story about those two because, I think Rosie and Ivan are probably one of the best salespeople I've ever met. They know their customers. I'm going to show you here again. I'm going to turn off the share screen. They know their customers. They love people. They are so friendly and chatty with other customers. They're just amazing. And they always do well at shows. They always sell well. It's not just about the work that they have. They have beautiful work, but it's also about their personalities. It's also about, how they engage people. Like I have conversations with Roz, long conversations, like in depth at shows when we got a break for a minute, we're chatting, whatever. I'll go back, see her again a year later, and she remembers details about that conversation. I don't know how she does it. She has a memory like a steel trap. It's amazing. So she says, oh, wow, whatever, what happened, so-and-so. I'm like, how do you remember all that, right? But she retains that stuff, and it's so great. And she remembers her customers. So if you've been a customer of Stone and Hyde, you know what I'm talking about, because you go there, they remember you. In fact, they probably even remember what you bought, so, add to your collection, check out the store, again, artfestontario.com, and go to the Stone and Hyde tab under Shop Artists, and you can see Ivan there. We also have a blog post about his work on the website. You can go there, read more about them, and check them out. So I hope you do that. So I'm not sure if you're just joining on now, but I'm Laurie McDonald. I'm from Artfest Ontario, and this is our online show. I'm your host today, and we're having some fun here today. Yesterday we went out. We actually were on for a whole hour. I'm not sure, if an hour is too much. We had a lot of fun. So we put through a lot of content, and I told you lots of stuff, lots of stories. But we're going to see how it goes. We're going to try to do an hour every day. If we might not, we might do less. So if I run out of something to say, which Al says will never happen, I always got something to say, then maybe we'll shorten it up. But maybe some of you are anxious. But as you know, this is all being recorded, so I will be posting this live up. So if you have to step out for a minute, don't worry, you'll be able to catch up with it later. And looks like I have a new message. Are you going to do the children's activity? Oh yes, right. I forgot about that. Hang on for a second. I don't know if I got that up yet. Hang on. Did I upload it? I didn't upload it actually. I'm gonna have to put it on. I'm gonna have to put that, just a sec, I'll have to get that up. I forgot to upload it onto the thing. Sorry about that. But what was I saying here? Thanks for the message there, Marianne. I forget what I was saying. I gotta go over to the children's page here. The share. And so we're back over on the website here under Artfest Toronto. Here you can find the Artfest Kids Toronto page. Yes, and I didn't get the other one up. So that wasn't very good, was it? So I'll just tell you a little bit about the Artfest Kids program though. We actually have Sabrina Parrish is our Artfest program director. She's the one who puts together all of our kids programming. And you can see here we have a lot of fun with different things, very creative, lots of fun. We have lots of kids who come. Usually when we do have our event at the Distillery District, we have usually like at least 300, 400, 500 kids a day go through our program. And we have, and Sabrina, I don't know how she does it. Sabrina handles it all. Like, she's just amazing. She just really rocks it. I don't know if I can get my video up. Sorry, I'm gonna go over here to, I wanted to go back over to the Ashford Twist for a minute. Yesterday I talked about the Ashford Twist. You can see here on the top here, you can get us, if you order from them online on their website, you can get a 25% discount. Just use promo code ARTFEST. Just want to make that clear, because if you don't use the promo code, you're not going to get the discount. So make sure you make a note of that. It's ARTFEST with a capital A, ARTFEST. You can get their code. So this is a company yesterday, I think I was mentioning that they pivoted their entire business, and you know, they were making Sheila was making headbands, and she started making these masks, and they've taken off like a rocket. And I know, you know, we all need to have them. Maybe not at the moment, but we're going to need to have them. So they're not expensive. They're handmade in Canada. They're gorgeous fabrics, lots of patterns to choose from. So head over to our website, click on any of those links I said at artfestontario.com, and they'll take you right to their website so you can purchase and select your fabric. And don't forget to use that promo code ARTFEST. So I'm just going to go back over to our share again, to the computer here. Hang on. And I wanted to talk about another one of our feature artists here, Wood Puzzle Name Canada. So, you know, we have a lot of, oops, sorry, here I am sharing, but here we go. We have a lot of families that come to Artfest. A lot of kids, a lot of, you know, grandparents, all ages. They love coming as a family. There's always lots of things to do at the Distillery District. It's a fun outing with lots of things to see. And we always have a few exhibitors that specialize in products for kids. Now, you know, this is really great for grandparents. So these people everything here is made of solid maple, and it's all Canadian maple. So they cut out, and you can customize all of these pieces. So you can get benches, and you can get like names, signs. These are great for a kid's room. Put them up. You can pick all your letters. You get to choose your letters for any name. You get to choose your colors. You can select all the colors you want to use. If you want to make it more masculine for a boy, you want to make it more feminine for a girl, maybe you want to make it more generic. And you also get to pick your symbol up here. You can pick flowers and owls and trains and cars and unicorns and all kinds of stuff. So you can do you can also have the option of doing two names if your child, like Mia Rose, if you have a child has two names, which many of us do. Here we are, there's one for a boy. And there we go for the stool. So wonderful, wonderful products for kids. We also have these little train sets, which are really cute. More of a, you know, something to play with a toy. Kids love their products, and they last forever. They're really durable. These are things that your family will have for years, and you can hand down into for years generation. I'm just going to show you a little clip here. The kids playing with the puzzles here. We all know, like, kids like to play. And so you see, it's easy to put together. The kids can do it. So it's very simple. Yep. and they ship all over Canada and the US, actually all over the world. You can buy these from all, they ship all over the world. I'll just go over the shipping policy in a second once we get this video finished here. All the pieces are cut from wood, and then they're all sanded and sanded and sanded and sanded and sanded. So they're really smooth, no hard edges there. Lovely to touch. There you go. Oh, cancel that. Sorry, I don't know what that is here. Stop my screen share for a second. Here I am back again. So just a shipping policy here. Sorry, I just want to get rid of this, not now. So they have a show special on for our Artfest event, for our online event. So it's on from now from May 15th till May 22nd. So we're here for several more days. And it was free shipping on any of the bench items that they have. So that's a nice thing to take advantage of. If you order it now during our event over the next few days, you can shop 24/7. You don't have to do it while we're here right now. You can shop 24/7 on our website. Any orders that go out between now and May 22nd will have free shipping on the bench. And the rest of the things, you know, the name puzzles, it's not very expensive. It's $15 to $20 to ship it anywhere. And you can always return if it doesn't work or whatever, but everything's custom made. When you go to their website, you put in you choose your name, you select your colors, it's simple, you select your icon, and then they make it for you, custom made, and then you can get your beautiful wooden piece. So these are all handmade in Canada, which we love, and it's called Wooden Puzzle Named Canada. So don't forget that name. So it's one of the things I wanted to talk about too. Like, you know, we mentioned this yesterday quite a few times about shopping in Canada, buying art, you know, empowering artists. And I just want to reiterate that again, because I think it's so important. When you buy, you place an order with an artist online, you can't even imagine how it makes their day. The artists, you know, want your business. They work hard, they earn it. They're amazing designers. They're so creative. They're brilliant people. I know, because I work with all of them all the time, and they're just a very special sector of our population. I mean, can't imagine not having, you know, what I do. I just can't imagine not doing it. It's just so much fun. Please, you know, don't be afraid to shop online. We saw 50% of you were, you know, maybe have never done it before. Why not try it out? You know, like, give it a try. I think once you try it once, it'll be easier. I know all the artists want your business and are working hard to get it. We have a little bit of time left, about a few minutes left. So I'm just gonna go back over to my website here and check a couple of things. I just want to go over to show you another artist here. I'm going to be having a little video about artists as well. I'm just going to go here. Hang on for a second here. Marion Younan, sorry, Marion, is one of our artists that does all of our shows. Love her work. And believe it or not, I'm just going to show you her screen here. Share my screen again. She does something that, see this little painting? She does miniature paintings. This painting, look at that. That's how tiny it is. There's her thumb right there. I don't know how she does it. She does it with a magnifying glass. Look at the detail. Unbelievable. And she sells originals, and she also sells prints. And Marion, you know, her big thing is traveling, and she travels. She doesn't, you know, get a postcard and copy a postcard. No, that's not what Marion does. Marion actually travels all over the world. And she actually goes, and here we have, this is, you know, the Toronto scene here, but, well, there's a distillery district. There's one that she did last year. That was a new one there. I think there's the CN Tower. So we got, you know, I think that's, where is that? Is that McCall Street in Queen? I'm not sure. But great stories, you know. Here's one that she did, a story she's called On the Florence Terrace. If you go to her blog page, you can read about it. Anyway, she said, you know, when it was on a bright January 1st morning, she grabbed her painting kit and a fresh cup of coffee and headed out of the apartment onto the terrace to start a year with a new sketching session. And so she tells her stories and shares things with you. So there they are, and you can see that you can get them. There it is framed. So just beautiful work. I don't know how you do that, Marianne. Very, 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 a love of labor, patience, like I can't even imagine. So again, here you can just click on her pages and you can go right to her website. Here she is here. Here's her website here. The top, you can click Art We Wonderful. And then she has all of her work here. Lots to choose from. She has a nice blog post you can read too if you want to get her more information. She has stories about each one. Go poke around and see what she's up to at artwewonderful.com. It's Marion Younan. So there she is, capturing the places I love with a tiny, tiny brush. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, you can see this, you see what kind of things we have here with Artfest with all the artists. I'm going to be sharing tomorrow. I hope to have it ready. I've got a nice phone interview I did with Miko Henry. I'll just go back over here. Miko Henry from Little Tree and Me, because we're putting together a little video with some soundtrack and some nice photos. So we'll have that tomorrow, talking to Miko. Miko lives in Toronto and is a designer, clothing designer for kids, and makes beautiful art dolls as well. So we'll talk about, you'll hear about that about Miko. And I also wanted to share you, like, one thing I didn't tell you about yesterday. You remember, I don't know if you were on yesterday, we talked about Duke Hawberry. I'm just going to do Duke again. Sorry, Duke. Sorry, Dirk. Dirk. I've always been talking for an hour. I guess I'm getting tired. Here we go. I'm just going to share this screen again in a sec. But remember I told you about the recipe he created for Artfest? Well, guess what? We went to the post office yesterday to pick up our mail. And lo and behold, what did I have? But I don't know if I can see. Can you see that? There we go. Dirk sent me two bottles of the fabulous pineapple chili sauce that he made. So last night, I was so excited. Last night, I couldn't believe it, Dirk. Thanks so much for saying that. What a little beautiful gift. What a nice little treat. Last night out was beautiful. Not too nice out, but it was, it's May long weekend. We wanted to barbecue, right? So Al barbecued, and I opened up the beautiful sauce, and I had it with my veggie burger. I had a veggie burger last night with our dinner, and we had steamed rice and steamed vegetables, and oh, it was so good. Just a perfect blend. Hot, not too hot, not too sweet, just beautiful, beautiful flavors. Really enjoyed it. I'm just going to take you over to share the screen again one more time. Dirk's got a special on right now. Here it is. Look at, he even put our label on the label on his thing. He made this recipe just for our event. Went to a huge amount of effort with his kids and family and created a brand new recipe. And it's a pineapple chili. It's a chili pineapple sauce extraordinaire. So he's got a special on right now as well. It runs for the event on until May 22nd. You order products, $50 a product. Is a huge, massive selection of stuff. He has very, very yummy things. It's not hard to put together a whole, summer collection of beautiful sauces. If you spend $50, free shipping. So you can order it today, and she'll be shipping out right away. You can read more about it on our blog again. Here you go. Here's some more stories. There's some more details. Here's, I don't know if you can see that picture. There it is. So I love this. This is Dirk's copy, top secret. It's all his recipes, which is just awesome. So there you go. So yeah, let's imagine it's quite the operation he has there going, trying to up in Manitoulin Island, making all these beautiful sauces. Thanks, Dirk, and I hope you can get out there just to order some of the stuff from our website. So it's artfestontario.com. You can touch the tab, shop artists. You can go on the exhibitors page, click any of those links, go around, go exploring. I mean, I don't make it simple. Like, it's not quite as simple as, click and then shop like on Amazon. It isn't like that. I want it to be a different experience. Buying from artists is different, experience. Artists are different. And thank God for artists. And just want to see if I missed anything on my list I wanted to go over. Did I have anything else, guys? Yeah, sorry about the children's activity. I'm going to upload that right this minute as soon as I cut this off, and I'm going to put it on our website, and I'll share it on Facebook too. I was uploading all the videos this morning, and it looks like for some reason I did not upload that one. I don't know why, but I was getting a bit discombobulated, I guess, from doing that. So we're live on Facebook, and we're also live on Zoom. When you're on Zoom, as you know, your camera's turned off, but you get to see, hopefully share and see things, everything that I can share and take on a tour. So tomorrow we are having live music on as well. Andy Griffiths is joining us, and I'll see if I can kind of maybe close out this. I'm going to share the screen one more time, and bear with me here because I have it's up on my, I guess I don't have it. Let's just go here. I don't have it up. Sorry about that. Geez, another YouTube faux pas here, but on our online event here on our website, which is what we're in right now, I'm going to be doing this every day for the next 6 more days to go. I'll be posting all the live events here so you can watch them whenever you want. You can share them with friends. We'd really appreciate it if you did that. This is a brand new, just stop sharing my screen. This is a brand new thing for us, and I'm learning as I'm going. I'll get better, I promise. And try to, the technical things are a bit new for me, for sure. I've had to watch a million webinars. But we want to make this a permanent feature at Artfest. I think it's going to be fun, and I'm interested to hear what you want to know about. I've got so much to share with the artists and what we do in our past, and stories about all kinds of fun things. At the distillery district, like I said, we're not there this weekend, but we're there in spirit and missing all the beautiful food and restaurants and the people. It's the public that makes our events and makes them special. The artists are there to do a show, and they're missing that like crazy. I hope you're going to be able to get a chance to be outside this weekend. Anyway, I don't know if some of you are traveling this weekend or staying put, but we're staying put here. Yesterday, Al and I went out for a nice bike ride after our event. We have a tandem bike up here in Ottawa, in our little village here, and we go out riding every day. I love it. So does Al. He's a big cyclist. I just like to putter around. I'm not really he's like one of those triathlon guys, riding like crazy. I just like to sit in the back, and I trust me, I'm pedaling. I work too. I'm pedaling away. I work hard, but we can do it together and tour around. And there's all kinds of beautiful trails up here. I'm not sure if many of you have been up to the Collingwood area, but pretty spectacular. We're very lucky here. We had a leader in our community, Peter Dunbar, who made it his mission to build the trail systems here. He was the director of recreation and sports for the city of Collingwood for many, many years. He acquisitioned a lot of property, much to everybody's chagrin. They were always fighting with him and saying, no, you can't buy it, don't, we can't afford it, whatever. But he found a way. I'm telling you right now, he's a miracle worker, because we have the best trails up here ever. And it wasn't for Peter Dunbar. Thanks, Peter. I don't know if you're out there listening or not, but if it wasn't for Peter Dunbar, we wouldn't have what we have. And I know for a fact that every day we go out, and every day there's hundreds of people on the trails, enjoy walking, biking, taking out dogs for walks with your kids. It's just amazing. And it goes all the way from here, all the way over to, we're all linked together. We all go all the way over to Meaford. Stainer area. Al and I ride to Stainer, one of our favorite little spots. We ride to Stainer, and we go to the coffee culture there for breakfast. So that's one of the things we do. Just going to check if there's anything else I have to do here. Is there any questions, Al, that I have to answer? No, it doesn't look like there's anything there I have to deal with. So we're just closing up the day here. And again, thank you so much for tuning in. I'll try to make it as exciting as possible. I'm just learning all this stuff and want to hear back from you. Please let us know what you want to hear about and learn about. If there's a favorite artist you want to feature, I'm going to be featuring all the artists as we go, talking about all of them. So there's lots to talk about and share. Make sure you shop on the artfestontario.com website under our artists, and also explore those pictures in the exhibitors. Those links directly to the blog posts and then right to their websites. And please try it out. And we'll see you tomorrow at 2 o'clock live again. Take care. Bye. Lori McDonald, Artfest Ontario, signing off.